You know what I'm so tired of hearing? Society is so hard on women. Women are not good enough. Women need the BBL. Women need to get lip injections. Women need boob jobs because society tells us that's what we need and we're never good enough. Who tells you that? Who tells you that in society, on social media? It's not men that tell you that. In fact, most of them don't even want it. Who tells you that? It's other that tell you that. So for all the women who say that women have it hard, that's total BS. We don't have it that hard. Actually, I would venture to say that men have it a little bit harder, maybe more than a little bit. We are held to our own standards by our own gender.
Absolutely. So many women treat like societal expectations as though they are binding laws, like they must be obeyed, otherwise they're going to get like punished. And from that, it follows that they're somehow victims. I have it so tough because I see all these other women with cosmetic surgeries and expensive makeup and latest fashion trends. And so now I have to have those same things too. That's so unfair. All these expectations on me. I'm a woman and this is outrageous. I am oppressed. As a man watching this, you're looking at it and thinking, what the fuck? This makes no sense. Nobody is making you do anything. Men don't think this way. Like there's a bunch of guys out there who are sporting some stylish beards. And a man might see one and think, maybe I'll grow my beard out. Or no, maybe I'll keep shaving. But it's my choice and I'm going to take personal accountability for whatever decision I make. Like it's always clear who is responsible for my choices. But so many women seem to be confused by the fact that them conforming to the latest fashion trends is their choice. The reason why they're confused is because it is inconceivable to women that they actually exist, that they are their own separate, distinct, individual person. To so many women, that is a completely radical idea, that they are autonomous, that they have personal accountability. But the truth is that that self-ownership, that personal responsibility, that is a masculine trait. It comes easier to men. Men are leaders, visionaries, idealists. They're pioneers and adventurers and explorers. Back in the day, survival pressures pushed men into developing these instincts because they were responsible for the safety of their family, for the safety of the tribe. And sexual selection meant that women would only mate with the top men, and so it incentivized men to become risk takers, to try and be different, to stand out, to be better than others. When you're born a male, you know inside yourself that you have to be your own man. Remember, historically speaking, only 2 out of 5 men ever reproduced. So you have to take a chance and be your own person if you want to have a shot at making it to that top 40%. But for women, the number is different. It's 4 out of 5 women that reproduced. And when your chances of evolutionary success just start at a baseline of 80%, well then of course you don't need to take as many risks. It's a lot safer for you to just fit in with the crowd, to conform. Women never had the same evolutionary pressure to stand out, to be distinct. Femininity developed in a different way. It's all about the social bonds, keeping the peace, looking after children, cooperating with other women. The existence of a clearly defined, separate self who shares no commonality with the women around them. That is a terrifying experience for most women. They hate it. It's not natural. They don't have that burning desire like men do to be their own person. That's why you see more and more videos like this.
I just paid 3 bills just now with my own debit card. Like the independent black woman I don't want to be.
I don't want to be independent. Do you know what that means? That means independent, motherfucker. I don't want to be independent anymore.
You know, I don't want to be a strong, independent woman. I think we have enough strong, independent women.
I don't want to be an independent woman anymore.
I quit at being independent. I don't want to do this shit anymore. This shit is draining.
You know, have dinner ready for your husbands when they got home from work. That is all I want.
I don't want to be independent anymore.
It's so amusing to me to watch all the propaganda just fall away and for reality, biological reality, to just assert itself. I know that it's not politically correct to say this and that it goes against the mainstream narrative, but there are lots of women out there who are simply waiting for someone to tell them what to do. That's their goal, that's their mission, to find someone who can tell them what to do. Do you understand how important that difference is? Like, I'm not saying they're looking for something to do. I'm saying they're looking for someone to tell them what to do. Of course, I'm speaking in generalizations. Not all women. Some women want to be leaders. Some high-quality women are wonderful at taking responsibility. I'm talking about a trend. I'm saying that the primary strength of femininity is not freedom, independence, autonomy. Unlike men, those are not usually at the top of a list of a woman's priorities. Many women would prefer to stay in the background. They don't want to lead from the front. She wants to contribute her unique feminine skills and talents in a supportive role under the guidance of someone else. And in this video, I'm going to make the case that the best person to guide a woman is a man. Because when women lead each other, it ends in disaster. But first, you guys know that I've been talking all month about weight loss. You can see the journey that I've been on with my before and after picture here. Well, I'm thrilled to have America's #1 meal kit, HelloFresh, sponsoring today's video. Fellas, do not let recipe boredom stop you from reaching your health goals. With HelloFresh, you can choose from 30+ calorie smart and protein smart recipes every single week. They're packed with fresh ingredients, everything arrives pre-portioned, and it's extremely convenient, delivered right to your doorstep. As the seasons change, so do the menus, highlighting peak flavors and ingredients from every season. When you visit their website, you can see how simple their system is. It's easy to use and it makes your meal planning hassle-free. HelloFresh also lets you easily customize your delivery week to week. It's so simple to do things like adjust your delivery date or even skip a week if you're traveling. And best news of all, they are giving HelloFresh subscribers free breakfast for life. That means they can enjoy a totally free breakfast item with every HelloFresh delivery. Incredible. These guys are supporting my channel and you can support me too. You just have to click the link in my description or use my code and you'll get 10 free meals plus free breakfast for life. One breakfast item per box while your subscription is active if you're inside the US. Outside of the US, a local discount will apply. Okay, back to my claim that women are best led by a man, not other women. You understand, from the perspective of evolution, men give women purpose and women give men purpose. They evolved in response to each other. In a very real sense, what we know and understand about femininity evolved specifically in reaction to what masculinity lacked and therefore needed. Men are strong, logical, ambitious, but if masculinity gets out of balance, then it turns toxic. It becomes rigid and close-minded and greedy. So it gets balanced out with some femininity. Women bring more emotional awareness, more focus on the present, kindness, which likewise in turn, if is not balanced out by masculinity, then the feminine turns toxic and becomes weak and chaotic. So if a woman is looking for someone to tell her what to do, it's better that it's a man, because he has a personal stake in her success. He is the beneficiary of her femininity. So in guiding her, there will be a clear and defined purpose, keeping both of them on track. But when women are guiding other women, there's no obvious end by which to judge success by. And so the whole thing very quickly becomes circular and toxic. Like the woman from the start of this video saying that women are pressuring each other to get like plastic surgeries, egging each other on. Why are they doing that? To what end? It's not for men. There's not this mass movement of men out there holding placards saying, "We hate natural tits. We want to feel plastic when we fondle you." Yeah, all of us men are so excited that you've undergone this cosmetic surgery that has put at risk your ability to breastfeed our future children. It's not men that's behind this, it's women. And you can see when women are guided by other women, things just get out of control very quickly. It spirals into chaos and nobody knows what they're doing or why they're doing it. Like, let's say the original purpose of getting fake tits is because they wanted to attract men. But then how do you account for all the women who are already inside relationships or already married who are still signing up for this surgery? Haven't they already succeeded? Haven't they already got their man? But no, you realize so much of this is just about keeping up with other women, wanting to be better than them, comparing yourself, being in competition with other women. Women should not be leading other women. It ends in disaster. If you don't believe me, well, why don't we ask women themselves? Check out this article, Why Women Don't Want a Female Boss. A 2013 Gallup study showed that while both genders prefer a male boss, sad enough, more women have this preference than men, 39% compared to 26%. Why don't we want to work for each other? Many female former students and younger colleagues from across the country tell me horror stories of their experiences with women bosses upon entering the workforce. Instead of the mentoring they anticipate, they receive passive-aggressive put-downs and condescending remarks. As a result, these feminist-leaning young women regretfully admit that they now prefer to work for a man because their male superiors don't treat them that way and are more likely to promote them. It sounds very progressive and modern, like women helping each other, women looking out for each other. It's very kumbaya, but it rarely works that way in real life because it ignores the biological reality of this situation, which is that single women are in competition with each other. If you haven't achieved your life goals yet, you're still not married, you still don't have children, then all the women around you are your competitors. And it's hard to genuinely want to support them when doing so, elevating them, may cost you opportunities yourself. This is why women can be so nasty to other women at much greater levels than men are. Do you remember the study back in 2016 where they looked at all like the misogynistic slurs that were being shared on Twitter, and they actually found that the majority of them were coming from women, not from men? You see statistics like this and it's difficult to swallow the mainstream narrative that it's men keeping women down when women are so vicious to each other. So even though many women are looking for somebody to lead them, they need to be very cautious about taking advice from another woman because she might not have their best interests at heart. Observe.
What do you think the issue is with dating right now?
Men are pigs. Ditto, yeah.
I guarantee that girl in the pink, she was dumped recently by some bad boy who gave her the feels. And instead of taking accountability for her poor taste in men, the new line is, men are pigs. And did you see the hesitation from her friend? Because that wasn't going to be her answer, but she ends up agreeing with her friend. She gives in to that pressure to conform. Now think about this. If that second friend, the one who hesitated, if she was to meet some nice guy that evening, and then she goes to the girl in pink and she says, oh my God, I think I've met someone who could be like a really great boyfriend. He's so nice, he's so kind, he's so supportive. He really seems amazing. She tells her that. Do you think the girl in pink is going to be supportive? Absolutely not. She's on the all men are pigs train. The thought that her friend could find happiness with a man would be very threatening to her, because then her friend would have achieved something that she was incapable of achieving. A lot of women have a bad case of misery wanting company. After a woman has been dumped, she doesn't want her female friends all happy and giddy inside healthy relationships. She wants all of them to break up with their boyfriends and then come over to her house and bitch and moan about how awful men are. If a single woman was going to trust another woman, adopt her values, listen to her advice, then it should be from a married woman. Because at least if you allow her to guide you, then you have a chance of becoming as happy as she is. You can trust her motives because she isn't in competition with you. In most cases though, your best option as a woman, if you're looking for somebody to lead you, is to find a high quality man, someone who treats you right, someone that you can form a team with, cooperate with. That's your best chance of happiness. For people who are deeply embedded in the culture war, gender versus gender narrative, they won't be able to understand that because they're only capable of seeing relationship dynamics in terms of power and exploitation. But that's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about a genuine expression of being teammates, of working together. A man without a woman lacks balance. A woman without a man lacks balance. To partner up, to be able to cooperate together, to utilize your strengths and to mitigate your weaknesses in partnership with another person is beautiful. It's what humanity was designed for. And given that, it makes sense that if a woman was seeking guidance from somebody, it should be her teammate, not her competitor. It's actually this tendency for women to not take personal accountability for their decisions that explains why women are so picky with men, explains their hypergamy, why they have so many icks, why they branch swing. A woman will probably never put as much thought into anything in her life as she does with regards to the man that she's going to end up with. Because for her life, for her happiness, so much rides on that decision. I'm going to spend the rest of this video explaining the female psychology behind this because it's fascinating, and once you understand it, you can use this information to your advantage in the dating market. It makes everything so much simpler, so much easier. If you want to keep watching this video, you can do that on Patreon right now. You can sign up and keep watching. What I post here on YouTube, these are just the shortened versions of my videos. If you would like access to the full-length versions of my videos, they're available on Patreon.